Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. This is a timeless reading, so it will find you when you are meant to see it. And this reading is about if you're finding yourself in a deadlock, not knowing what to do. Obviously, I can't make this decision for you, but I will convey the information that you need so that you can make this decision for yourself. So let's get into it. Santiago, please show us the way. So I forgot to say at the beginning, I already pulled this Two of Swords card, but I was already picking up on this is something, this decision, not knowing what way to go. This has a lot of mental anguish surrounding this situation. It's a lot of mental anguish. I feel it. I can totally feel it. So this top row is one way you could go, and this bottom row is another way you can go. There's no right or wrong way is what I'm seeing. You do have to choose, but this is where each way is leading. So with the first way, one way is to see you are the magician of your own life. And you have to step into this. And that's easier said than done. You must step into this. And where it's going to lead you on this quest. With the Pentacles, I feel like this might be career related, but not necessarily. Pentacles can also mean your health, for example. But this is a journey. It's a long journey toward building something. And as I said, whether that's your career or your health, this is earth energy here. But it's building something that is solid, that will last. And then the other way, I'm not sure as far as a specific action is involved, but this is, you're in a state of, you continue to be in this mental anguish. Now the Eight of Swords, usually we can see that this is, nothing's actually hurting him. He's not even really tied up. He just feels like he's tied up. He can easily pull off this blindfold and step out. It's just he has to know, because the mental anguish is so strong. He's imagining his own death, his own execution in this card. And this is just a reminder that it's similar to the Magician, but I feel like it's a little bit different. And I think whoever's watching this will resonate with you. A sign you might see a raven. if that's significant for someone. But this is going to lead to developing a great strength, a great strength. And you will build a lot of protection around yourself. So these paths look radically different in the cards, but I feel like they're not as different as they might first seem, because they're both about building something, and they're both about taking charge. And that's why I said earlier, like, only you can make this decision. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. So this is walking away emotionally. Now, it could be physically as well, but not necessarily. As I said, only you will know. And then we have the Eight of Wands, 8-8. That might be significant for someone. It might mean that you may need to travel, to take a trip somewhere and take some time to yourself so that you can make this decision. But you're being called to a higher purpose, and this could be spiritual or religious, I don't know, but it's a higher calling. As I said, this may have to do with your career. I don't know, maybe some of you have a spiritual career, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. And I feel like this is actually, either way that you take this, it is still leading to this. Let me get an oracle card for you. This is the Time Traveler's Oracle. So what is the message? Oh, I almost forgot. With this card, with the Eight of Cups, this actually reminds me, since I asked Santiago to show us the way, this reminds me, maybe you need to go for a walk. You may not need to go straight up on a pilgrimage. If you're wanting a sign of, oh, should I go on a pilgrimage? Should I go walk the Camino de Santiago? This might be your sign here, but again, it doesn't have to necessarily be that, but maybe go for a long walk. Yes, I think you're definitely being called to step away and take some time to make this decision. Yes. Okay, now let's get the oracle card. Time travel oracle card. What do we need to know to help us make this decision? I feel like, too, this first option, I feel like this is more a physically stepping away, like leaving a situation. And this is involving staying in a situation. They both lead to the same outcome of your higher calling. That is clear. But some of you, it's going to be one or the other. I'm actually in a similar situation now. I already know what I will do, but you have to make your situation is not like mine. So I can't tell you whether you should leave or stay, because it is going to be different for everyone. Okay. What do we need to know? Time travel oracle. What do we need to know? See this from maybe the perspective of another time. What do we need to know? No, that's 2. Oop, this one's coming out. The dream temples in ancient Greece. So the message with this card is to pay attention to your dreams. Because with the dream temple of Asclepius, I think that's how you say that, in ancient Greece, people would go to this temple and actually spend the night here. And then whatever answer they were looking for would come in a dream. I think this is amazing. An amazing practice. I wish we had something like this today. Maybe we do. I'll Google that and find out. But I feel like you are being called to step away from the situation and turn inward. Because I think in your heart you already know the answer to it. Maybe your conscious mind may not know it. But your heart and your intuition very often do speak to your dreams. Yes, so pay attention to your dreams. Something else you can do too is, as you go to sleep, set the intention of, I want clarity on this issue. And I want to have a dream that will give me the answer. And sometimes you'll wake up and you may not necessarily remember what you dreamed, but you will know the answer. So just because you don't remember the dream doesn't mean you didn't have the dream, right? Let me get another card for you. Do Enchanted Forest. I love this deck. What do we have for you? What do we need to know? Oop, I feel like this one. The Bard. Allow creativity to flow freely from your heart. Okay, so they have him, he's playing this, looks like a lute or something, but maybe some of you may play music. Maybe you need to play some music for a while or listen to some music. Really, whatever creative hobby you have or whatever creative thing you do, that's another avenue you can explore to find the answers. Because again, this comes from yourself. These are lots of different ways that you can tune into your own internal compass, because you do have an internal compass that will show you the way. And these methods are ways to help our logical mind connect with our heart, our intuition, our unconscious mind that has all of the answers. And sometimes our logical mind is just slower to catch up, right? Yes, and at the moment, yes, I was reading the word at the same time. At the bottom of this deck, we have Serene Sanctuary. Find peace in moments of solitude. Yeah, you need to step away from your regular day-to-day routine. And the length of time, as I said, it doesn't need to be long. Maybe you do need it to be long, but there's also, there's a church in this picture. So Maybe some of you might want to go to a religious site that is significant for you. It doesn't have to be a church, it could be a mosque or a temple or whatever, or maybe even just going out in nature, because this is a beautiful nature scene with a waterfall. And whatever place feels spiritual to you, that's another avenue you can explore to find your solution. I'm going to set this down here. And then I feel like I want to get one more card. What do we need to know? Oops. Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. And in Greek mythology, Diana was the goddess. She loved animals. She's a goddess of the hunt, but she also loved animals. So I wonder, this may be if you have a spirit animal that might be significant for you. Maybe as you're walking through nature, pay attention to the animals around you, what they are doing. I sometimes I like to watch animals, and I will see an animal like a bird or a butterfly, and then the answer will come to me. So that might be helpful for you as well. So that's all I have for you. I truly hope this was insightful. I have confidence that you will find this answer. I do. So please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next reading.